Hey everybody, Sean here from Paracord.com and also BoredParacord.com, and today I come here showing you a new video, a new design called the Easy Peasy. And this one's so easy I cannot believe it hasn't been created yet. I've looked all over for this design and I can't find it. I honestly cannot believe that this one hasn't been created yet. To get started, I've fused two sections together. I have black and red, and I have 6 feet of each color. I've already flattened both ends so that they'll go through the buckle a little bit easier, and I have a 1/2 inch buckle here. So the first thing I want to do is take the cord, both ends here, and with your buckle facing up, go straight down through the buckle with both cords, just like that. Now open up these long ends and grab hold of your short ends and pull them upwards so that they come up through those long ends. And then I like to just pull all the excess through. And it looks like we've got a good twist going on right now, so let's see if we can work that out. The black there is twisted. So we'll get that going. Sorry about that. I'll try to get the twist out of there before I start the video, but sometimes it just never fails. Alright, so that gives you your cow's hitch. That's how you attach your paracord to one side. Go ahead and flip the buckle over and then run the paracord through your fingers. You got to get to the end of the paracord anyway, so you might as well get rid of all the twists. Now take your buckle and flip it back over, and this time go from the bottom side upwards and bring it through the top of the buckle just like that. Pull all your paracord through. This is going to give you, well, I'm going to pull it all the way through so that I can get rid of the twist that I have in there. There we go. This is your basic shape of your bracelet right here. You should have 2 loops, both identical to each other. Open up the buckle. Now you should have one color coming off to the left side and one color coming off to the right. So these are the cords are going this way, and then they're coming up through the buckle. One's off this way and one's off that way. Now you want to do your measurement here. So you want to measure from this ledge right here, right where my fingernail's pointing. Don't measure this stuff. So everything you can see right there, measure that, and measure that all the way to the very end of this side. Alright, I'm going to do it about that long, I think. I just eyeball it so that I can do it for the video. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to figure out which color we want to be on the outside of the bracelet. So you'll have kind of like 2 stripes going down the side, just like a regular Solomon. So I think what I want to do is I want the black to be on the outside. No, I think we're going to go... which way do I want to do it? I'm going to do the black on the outside. So in order to do that, what you want to do is you take the opposite color. So I want the black to be on the outside, so you start with the other color. And you're going to just take this across the center 2 strands, just like as if you're doing a regular Solomon. That's basically what this is going to end up being, is a basic Solomon with one extra little step. Alright, so I just want to lock this onto the buckle right now, so we're just going to do that real quick. So create that loop, cross the center strands, take your right cord over your left cord, go around the back, and then up through the loop that you created on the left side. And go ahead and pull this tight. After you tighten this, after you get this tightened up to the buckle, double check your length. So basically just double check your length, because once you go past this step, it's very difficult to adjust the length. You'd have to loosen everything up and then work the loosened part all the way back. It's just easier to double check now. Okay, so let's get into this. So the first thing that we do, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here, is we're going to do just like we always do with the Solomon. Create that loop on the right, cross over the center 2 strands. The cord on the right, you're going to cross over the left cord, go around the back, and up through the loop. So basically this is your Solomon tie, or some people like to call it the Cobra. Either one works for me. Now, the black cord is always going to be the one that wraps. So all we're doing is we're going to wrap it around the front. So we came up through this loop and then just cross it right over the front, right over the center strands again, and go down through. I'm going to pull all this through real quick just so you can see what we did here. So you can kind of see it there. You just do your Solomon, come up through, and then take the black back over the center, around the back, and then bring it up through the loop again. Okay. Now, I want to show you something here. Actually, I'll do it on the next one, just so you have an idea of what's going on first. This little loop here that's in the center now, what I like to do is cinch everything up and hold it in place with your finger and your thumb right there, just so that the red can't move that way. And pull the slack out of this loop on the left by pulling on that middle strand, or that middle loop. So pull that through, and now you can pull your red tight, and then you can pull the slack out of the black. And see how we have a little bit of a gap over here? You don't really want that, so what you can do is just grab the center loop again and pull it tight. And you're doing this while you're pinching with your fingers there, because if you don't do that, what happens is this slack that you just pulled out, it will make its way back over to this loop here. So with it pinched, pull that tight. Okay, there we go. And that's basically it. So what we're going to do is the center here is going to be kind of alternating. Black, red, black, red, black, red. So you're always going to do the same step with the same color. So you create the loop like we did last time. We did a loop on the right with the red. Now we do it on the left side. It comes over the top, over the center two strands. The right cord crosses, goes behind the back, and up through the loop. Move this down just a little bit, give you some working area right here. You're going to cross over the center and go down through the loop on the right, just like that. And take this cord around the back and up through the loop. So you're kind of just spiraling around the center strands, just like that. Now, be very careful, because this red cord here could move above the spiral part here, and that will throw your design off if you were to tighten it like that. You need this cord, the red one, to be underneath of that spiral in order for this design to work. So get everything pinched up, centered, or pinched onto the center strands there, and kind of scooted that way a little bit. Grab hold of the center and pull the slack out that was right here. Pull that slack out, and then with everything pinched still, pull this big loop out. Just like that. And that black should fall right in place between the two reds. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap in that. So what I want to do is try and get that out. So I'm just going to tighten this a little bit. And this would be a great spot to use a marlin spike if you've got one, because you could really work it in there and get that out. And I thought I had a marlin spike here, or at least a fid, but I don't see my fid sitting here. Anyways, we'll get that nice and tight like that. Pull the red tight, and there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple of these real quick. Okay, so loop on the right, cross over, come up through, go around it. So you're going to just basically kind of spiral around the center strands there, and then bring this up through the loop on the right. Wow, I made that look really hard. It's not that hard. Yeah, that looked I made that look a lot worse than it actually is. Make sure your cord is underneath the spiral part. Pull out that slack. Alright, I'm going to do one more here. And I hope I'm giving clear enough instructions. I'm trying to be as thorough as I can. In case you've never seen these videos before and this is the first one you've ever seen, I at least want you to walk away with this knowing how to do it. Cross over, bring it around the back and up through the loop. Give yourself a little bit of room to work with. You're going to go and cross the center strands again, loop around, come up through the loop on the left again. Alright, we're going to pull this slack out. That's the most important part of this whole thing. Just get that slack pulled out. There we go. Get that nice and tightened up. Alright, well I'm going to finish this on up and then I'll be back to show you how to finish your bracelet. Alrighty, so I have done all this now. And I'm down here to the bottom. I think I can do one more, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And when you get to this last one, you got just a little bit of room. So you got to kind of feed these through here as if you had a fit on there. But it's not too bad on that last one. If it gets too tight, you could use a fid. That would help. I'm sure it would help. But it's getting a little harder to pull these nice and tight. So the way that I've been doing this as I got down to the bottom here is to work the loop and the red one alternating. So you pull a little on the loop, you pull a little on the red until you can't pull anymore, and then pull that slack out. And then you can kind of yank on both of them there. Alright, well there it is. I'm going to push this up just a little bit so that I have a little bit of room here so that I might add this or end this on just a regular old Solomon. So you want to make sure to leave just a little bit of room so you can end it on a Solomon. And the only reason you want to end it on a Solomon is because these loops here where this is coming out of is much tighter than the loop previous. So when you cut the ends, they won't slip back down inside. So now that's my next step. I'm just going to cut this end off with my super dull scissors. There we go, there's one. And out of 6 feet, I've got about 2 feet left, maybe 3 feet, which that doesn't sound right. You know what, I think I might have had 7 feet of each color. That sounds a little better. Alright, just going to use a dual torch flame lighter and my smoothing tool. Just a real nice smooth edge there. And we'll get this side cut. Wow, these are some dull scissors. I gotta find my other scissors. And we'll just melt this slowly. There we go. And round that over. It's as easy as that. Well, there it is. That's the easy peasy. I hope you enjoyed this video. And we'll give you a little better look at this here. If you like this one, please hit that subscribe button. I try to come out with at least 1 or 2 videos a week right now. I stay pretty busy with other things, but also go onto the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/paracord and find me in there. Show me your work. Show everybody your work. Post your projects. If you're coming up with something new with Paracord, maybe you've repurposed the Paracord to do something else, let us know. We'd love to see that sort of thing. And again, this is the Easy Peasy. And until next time, Paracord on.